So I'm here today with our intermission guest, Cameron Walkup.
Hi, thanks for having me.
That's how you say it, right? Walk up, like walk up?
Yeah.
That's how it's spelled. So, Cameron, I understand you are a student here at UMBC.
Yes, I am. I'm a freshman. It's my first year here.
Nice. How are you enjoying it?
I've been enjoying it a lot. It's been a really great community and atmosphere so far.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you live on campus?
Yeah, I live in Susquehanna.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
On any LLCs?
Yeah, I'm part of the
University?
Honors College, so I'm on the Honors LLC.
Oh, nice. I'm in the honors college too.
Did you guys remember what rooms you were in?
Oh, I wasn't on that floor.
Oh, true,
I was
true,
in the
true.
arts floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
So, as an honors college student, what is your major?
I'm a Geography and Environmental Studies major.
Whoa!
Nice.
What an interesting major. What do you hope to do with that major?
Right now I'm thinking of going into a career with environmental policy or law.
Nice. Do you know if you want to do national, state, NGOs, or just anything?
Yeah, I mean, right now
Environmental.
I'm trying to keep my horizons open. This winter I actually interned with a group called Conservation International, so I...
You did? I remember talking to you about like, oh, you want to get a job over winter, and I never heard what came of it.
Yeah, so I worked with this group called Conservation International in Arlington, so I got a bit of an experience to the geospatial side of the environment.
That's
and,
really cool.
And the international aspects.
Was it paid?
Awesome.
You don't mind?
No,
me asking?
no.
Okay. Well, that's
Still
so
a cool experience.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, what'd you do with them?
Yeah, so I worked with the geospatial applications team, so I was mostly just trying to get some office experience since I never really worked in an environmental group before. And so I did a few different things to them. Like I made a report based on some survey data on one of their programs. And
That's really cool.
Wow.
Do you have contacts there? / are you looking to go back in the summer?
this summer I'm probably trying to do a research program that there are a bunch that I'm applying for, but
That's
I
good.
definitely hope to go back at some point. It was a really good experience.
Now, this is a very specific question, but in the office, did you ever eat lunch with your fellow environmental scientists?
Yeah, I did.
What was the percentage of them who ate either chickpeas or garbanzo beans? Because I feel like a lot of times when you're in the environmental science field, they tend to eat rabbit-like
Is that like
food.
a cultural thing
I think
about
so.
that? Okay.
Like, did you notice they were like, oh, got my grass today? Or did you not pay attention to that like a normal human?
I didn't pay that much attention to it. They did have one table near the reception desk where whenever there would be like extra leftovers from a conference or whatever, they'd put food there, and there were often like tabbouleh or like Middle Eastern, that kind of food there. So
Yeah, very, very good for you and good for the environment,
Yeah.
hopefully. Well, that's pretty cool. So you said you're applying to some summer programs. Like what? Are you doing a lot of policy research, or are you also thinking about biology or more in the field research?
yeah, so I've mostly been trying to find programs that are more focused on policy than actual like ecology.
Okay.
So there's one program at Georgetown University in DC actually that's called Science and Policy in the Nation's Capital. So it's specifically combining science and policy and looking at them both. There's another program called the Doris Duke Conservation Scholars Program. that I'm
I've
looking
applied to
into.
those. I didn't get in. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And what are they doing?
Which one? The
Doris Duke.
Yeah, so they're a 2-year program where in the first year you do some research in the field with them, and then the second summer you come back and they help you find an internship and you work with an environmental group through them.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. And so all of those REUs are funded through the NSF, right? National Science Foundation grants?
I don't think the Doris Duke's ones
it
are,
isn't?
because
Oh,
they're
shucks.
like through the Doris Duke Charitable Foundation, but
Okay.
the other ones are NSF funded, yeah.
Because that means they pay a pretty penny.
Yeah.
So for the summer, you can really rack up the money and the board and room.
Yeah.
So it's the way to go. If you do like 5 RUs in college, you'll be set
Wow.
for life. That's pretty fun. So do you hike a lot in your extracurricular time as an environmental science major?
Yeah, not recently. I was an Eagle Scout, and so when I was in Boy Scouts, I did do a lot of camping and hiking, which I really enjoyed. And I think that's a large part of why I'm so interested in the environment, because I had such exposure to nature.
That's awesome. So what do you do? What was your final project as an Eagle Scout?
I collected a bunch of items to donate to a wildlife rehabilitation center. It's called Second Chance Wildlife Center in Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Oh.
So like they
That's super
they
cool.
they solicited like collection of like bleach and rags and towels and all kinds of things that they might use to clean or help animals that are been like hit by a car or
Wow.
things like that.
Oh.
Did you get to work with that center?
A little bit. It was mostly just me organizing something on my own to help them, but I did like get to contact with them and meet with them.
Gotcha. That's
That's
pretty
really
cool.
creative.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's so neat. So, you don't do any. This is a super leading question. You don't do any theater? I guess is my question.
Oh, theater.
Well, what's
Hmm.
that?
Yeah. I have been involved in theater for, I guess, the past 5 years of my life. I got really into high school stage crew where I was a lighting designer at my high school. And then last semester I was a production assistant for the department shows here, both of them. And this semester I am working with the Musical Theater Club as the master electrician for Legally Blonde.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I hear they have a solid and humorous production manager over there at MTC. Whoever he may be. That's pretty cool. So that just tends to be your hobby?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Have you ever performed or wanted to get up on stage?
I think only once have I actually gone on stage in front of more than 10 people because I did a theater 2 class at high school where we had to do a performance in front of an assembly of probably 1,000 students.
Oh wow!
So I did that. Didn't have the greatest time, but it happened.
That's good. And you performed in Showcase, didn't you?
No, I was a run crew member.
But you were on stage for one of the numbers.
Oh yes. I held a portal up. Yeah.
In all black. Just stood there. Well, that's so fun. We're about out of time. Leah, do you have any questions? for our
I
friend
don't,
Cameron?
but I can tell you that Cameron did an amazing job keeping all of us actors sane during auditions last semester.
Oh, that's true.
So his work in the department is noted. It's great. It's good.
Well, Cameron, do you have any final words of advice / statements / questions for our audience?
Well, something, I don't know, this is a random thing, but especially for any newer students, something that I found really helpful as I got into UMBC was going to all the different seminars that are offered. There's a Drescher Center for the Humanities. They have not weekly seminars, but I think a few a semester. The GES department actually has almost weekly seminars, so you can go and network with professionals and hear what interesting research is being done. So that's been something that's been really interesting
That's really
for me to
cool.
take part of.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about the Drescher Center. I've been to one GES seminar for extra credit. That's about it. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Cameron.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Cameron.